Thanks for joining, everyone. Today is day number maybe 9, where I will go and cover these two topics, data policy and the all policy in one policy. All policy in one policy means that we have individual hub and spoke, right? Then we have individual VPN membership policy. We have some individual multi-topology policy, like those are control policies, route leak policies. Now, what you want to assemble those policies in one policy because at a time only one policy is active. So we'll go and add few more policies, like one policy related to the net flow type of policy, that is C flowed in SD-WAN. And then we'll try to understand the concept of assembling those policy in one policy. Okay, so let's just start this. Go and click here. I must get the resources. Watch on YouTube. What is the C flow? It's very much like net flow. Collection of flows, right? And then we have this IP fix export. You can think like net flow. That's it. Cflow is like net flow, where you have to go and define the flow collection, like the packet sampling, IPv4, IPv6, etc. The transport we need to define, UDP, TCP, what type of transport is there. And then once we have those flows, we can go and analyze this with some SIEMs or some network monitoring systems. Means we can export this net flow, C flow, to somewhere to the external servers to analyze this flow, right? So here you have two pieces. One, that we have to go and create the template. So once you go and create the template will be like that. What is the flow activity time, inactivity time, sampling, what type of families you are collecting the flows for. So those things we can go and define. Here I will go and take flat TCP or flat UDP. Whatever applications they are using TCP or UDP, will collect the samples for that and send to some network monitoring server. Then what about the policy? Yes, we can go and create the policy, right? I'll show that how to create the policy. So here one sample policy that we have the list, no problem. In my case, I'll go and use VPN 10 for all the branch or maybe data center. That's fine. Branch is also fine to me. Data center also fine to me where I want to apply. So now you will see this data policy is cfloat. I'm using VPN 10, sequence 10, match all the traffic except take the action as a cfloat. Default action I'll take as accept, and then I will apply it. Okay. Okay, but I will match the traffic and even I can match the protocol as well, right? In my case, I will add the protocol as well. Protocol as a TCP, and then they are using the port number. I will show you all these things, so don't worry about that. All these steps I'll show you. This is just our blog site here. Okay, and yeah, I will show you all these steps, so don't worry about that. Let me open my lab first. Let me see if it is ready or not. Yeah, okay, it is there. Let me try to connect my VPN and connect with the lab. Any connect, where are you? Any connect. Okay. Demo. Let me open the article session and pull here in this screen. Okay. I need to bring up one device. So I'll go and bring up one device. Okay, it is in progress. Okay, and the policy I want to make, let me quickly see my policy document. I have one document, uh, PowerPoint document for policy. I'll ping this document in our WhatsApp chat group because policy is important. So that's why I created separate file for this. In this, I have the seafloor example. So the seafloor, and I'm going to use the same policy that you can see here. So I'm going to use all those steps. I'll show you. The port number is 4739. But when I'll create the policy, I'll match with protocol 17. This number is for protocol UDP and accept it. I'll use this. Let me show you this. So here we are. I can come here to policies. I need interesting traffic, the list where I want to apply. Suppose if I want to apply this, first of all, I'll show you the seafloor data policy. Later on, we will collect those policy together. Application list, I don't need. Color, I don't need. Community, I don't need. Data verification list, I'll take 000. If I have something 000/0 up to /32, everything I will take. Policy, I don't need. Prefixes, I don't need. Site, I need all branches. So I will go and use all branches, this site. Then app prop class, I don't need. SLA class, I need, but I need for app route policy in the next class, means tomorrow. TLOC, I don't need. We have used already in Havana's book. VPN, I need. I need VPN 10. What is that VPN 10? This is my VPN. So I have interesting traffic, VPN and site already. I will use these objects. Go next. This page is what? This is your this
Control.
is your control policy,
Control.
right? And then this is your data policy. Now, once you are in data policy, you can see this C float. So we'll go and create the C float template. Give the name as say C float template. And now you can see activity and inactivity time. I'll use any random value here. Sampling interval, maybe 100, that's fine. Protocol IPv4 toss and these things, I'll leave it as default. Now you can see the list, collector list. Now I don't have any SNMP server or any type of NMS server where I can go and send these samples. So I'll go and use any pseudo random IP like loopback 11111. Port number is important. Port number we have for this C float is 4739. This is the fixed port number for C float. Protocol I can use TCP, I can use UDP, I'll use UDP. Source interface, I'll go and use gigabit Ethernet 0/100, whatever you want to use, you can use. It's no problem. Export expanding edges, that's fine. Click it. So this is my exporter. Like from here, VPN 10, I want to export my flows to this particular NMS server over port number 4739. Let me save this. Now we should go and create a data policy that will fall under traffic data. Create new policy. I'll give this name as cfloat data policy. Oops. And then go to the sequence. Use custom. Custom means anything. Sequence rule. Match the protocol 17 for the VPN. I should have VPN list here. Okay. So here you'll not see the VPN list, but when we apply, since this is data policy, right? So in data policy, you know this thing, site and the VPN, it will come when we'll apply this policy. So this protocol 17, I want to apply to the VPN, that is my VPN, VPN 10. That's fine. Then what is the action? So now you can go and take the action. Action is accept and cfloat. That's it. Save this. Default action, I want to match accept. Save this policy. Now next page, you know that we should go and apply this. So I want to apply this. Apply this policy. This is the data, right? Here you need to go and select the site, all the branches for VPN 10. I can add this, but this is not done. Again, you have to click to cfloat. And here also you need to select the site, all the branches, add. Now you can preview this policy. Okay, so see this. First of all, let me show you the template. This template we have created. This is a sampling protocol IPv4. We are sampling IPv4, customize IPv4 records. I haven't selected TOS and other things in DSCP, but my collector is this particular IP over this particular port. I am collecting UDP. UDP is port number 17. TCP is port number 6. Protocol number 6, not port number. Protocol number 17 is UDP. Protocol number 6 is TCP. Okay, so this is collector information. This is the interesting traffic and how we are applying it. This is the data policy, cfloat. For VPN 10, matching the protocol 17. For all the IPs, action, collect the information. Save this policy. Now we need to go and activate this. So click here, activate. vManage will push to vSmart. vSmart will go and push to all the edge devices, all the branch edge devices, because we are applying this policy to all the branch edge. Now remember, in the day one of the policy, I told you that if it is a data policy, it will be, so CAE, configure, apply, execute. So configure, apply will happen at vSmart, but execution will happen at edge devices. That means edge devices will go and download this. So now you'll see that this is the edge device. It has downloaded this policy because this is a data policy. Data policy edge devices will download. If it is a control policy, you can't see anything here because control policy will go via the OMP updates. Okay. So this has been downloaded. Now, if we are here and if you want to see some application aware routing things on this, because you know that two different hardware we have. So we have hardware that is the V edge devices, Viptela edge devices. And then you know that we have hardware C edge devices. So Viptela 100, um, 1000, 2000, 5000, etc. These are the VIP series, the router series. And C edge, you know that you have ISR, ASR, and now you have Catalyst 8000, right? 8 kV something list of devices. But the engine, the intelligence that they have, the application recognition engine that they have, application recognition engine in Viptela devices, that is Cosmos. Cosmos, the name of that. And here the application recognition engine that we have, that is NBAR, network based application recognition, NBAR, suppose 2.0. So they can go and recognize maybe 1000 plus applications. They can also go and recognize 1K plus 1000K plus application. Recognizing the application means that they can understand the protocol, they can understand the metadata of application. So how your device will understand this is HTTP traffic, HTTPS traffic, SSH traffic, FTP traffic, voice traffic, they will not go and read the entire protocol format as per IEEE standard, right? But they will understand the metadata, all these, flow of traffic, all these protocols actually behind the scene, they have some metadata. Even when I'm generating the scripts, small scripts also, they have some metadata, like some unique value, some unique thing that can't be matched. Only hackers can generate metadata and send here and there within the program with some payload. But anyways, point here is this, that this is the VS device. It has that. So if you go and check show, okay, and type question mark, let me check. Show policy and something. See, there's app route and other things as well. What are the things related to app? Let me check. App and app route. So show app and CFloat is I'll come to that. DPI. I want to check DPI, deep packet inspection. Flows and VPN 10 and enter. So within VPN 10, I just wanted to show you this, that we want to run this application for VPN 10 for UDP protocol, and I have so many different records related to UDP. I can go and check the UDP protocol traffic here. TCP is also there, but in my policy I have UDP CFloat traffic for UDP, right? Why my device is sensing all this traffic? Because this device has Cosmos application recognition engine, and that is one of the powerful thing within the next generation firewalls, such as your Palo Alto firewalls, such as your Cisco firewalls. They have very strong application recognition engines, so they can sense the application, and basis of applications you can go and apply the policies, the rules to allow a block, right? So by the end of day, the security is very much depending upon the application recognitions. Okay, let me come out from here. Let's see. So app CFloat and flows and uh, total packets. Enter. So now you will see that protocol 17, which is catching I have default policy as well. With the default policy, it is catching, oops, sorry for that. It is catching the TCP as well with the default rule, the protocol 6 that you can see here. But mostly you can see that it is catching, oops, what's this? While taking class, someone is pinging, that's the problem. Okay, so you can understand, right? So this is what? This is your CLI configuration or CLI verification for your cFloat. You can see that what command I am running here. Show app cFloat flows total packets. And if I want to filter, oops, if I want to filter something here, I'm taking tab. Okay, that's, you can filter with some, include, so let me change it, this keyboard, use US. Okay, include the UDP or include something that I want to filter here. So let me check if I can just filter the UDP traffic. But anyways, the point here is that you should understand that what we are doing here and what type of flows we are collecting, right? Okay, so this is the way that your cFloat template will work, right? That is point number one for our session today. What is point number two? Let me open that document. cFloat and all. So point number two here is this, that can I show you all these policies in one, right? All in one policy. Like, can I go and collect the VPN, the control policy, the data policy, app route policy? Still we have to work on that, but at least I can show you three, three in one policy, right? Can we do that? Let's try to understand this important thing. So if you go back here to the policy section, the policies that we are creating, it will fall under, if you go to the custom policies, centralized policy, and you will see topologies and data traffic. So now if I click data policy or traffic policy, I can see the policy that just now we created. We created cFloat data policy just now. We created cFloat template just now, right? So what I want to do now, that I want to create
Sorry,
one.
I thought
Mhm.
that the sea float was a data centralized policy.
It's a centralized policy, yes. Centralized data policy.
Yeah, but
Yes, it's a centralized
okay,
data policy, yeah.
okay. So you
Data
can
policy
mix.
will be downloaded by the edge devices.
Correct. Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
now our task is this, that create one central policy with multiple policies, multiple control and data policies. So we are going to do that. So now what I'll do, I'll create one add policy, and this, I'll not use this things which is already there. I'll go next. I want to collect three policies here. So what policies I want to collect here? I want to collect hub and spoke. Then I want to collect VPN membership policy. Then I want to collect one data policy. Just now we created cFloat. All these three policies. So this is control policy, this is control policy, and this is data policy. And more precisely, this is centralized control policy. This is centralized control policy. This is centralized data policy. Okay. So let's try to do that. So now I am here. I want to add one policy, but I will import the existing. How when I spoke, if you click here, import. So now I have this control policy. Now I'll go to this VPN membership policy, and this also I will import because I already have these policies. So I'll go and import allow corp only. So I have now two policies, right? I'll go next. Now we haven't created this app route policy, so I'll leave it. We'll study it about in next class. Let me go to the data policy. I'll import because just now we created one C float. I'll search my policy that I created, import. Since this is C float data policy, so we need C float template as well. This also we created today. So this also I will import. I'll go here and import. Now you can see that we are importing the policies. So if I go to the main apply page, hub and spoke underscore VPN member, and then cfloat apply. Sorry. Now you see that within topology, this is what control policy. You have all the branches where we have the hub and spoke policy. This is your VPN membership policy, and this is your hub and spoke policy that is there, right? Then if I go to the data traffic, here I need to choose. I want to apply this data policy in the all branches and in the corporate VPN 10. Then cfloat also I need to choose. I'll go and choose the cfloat for all the branches. Add it. Data policy, it should be added. Oh, I haven't added this. Just click add there. Now we have, three policies in one policy builder. Now we can click preview here just to see the CLI equivalence. So now you'll see that I have cfloat template same way that we have seen earlier, same way. Then I have one control policy, how when I spoke, the name of policy, match the route for all DC for PCI is VPN 20, accept it, all the branches and send towards the data center. Then this is just the how when I spoke. We don't need to understand more. We have already discussed this in our policy section, maybe 2 sessions back. And then the VPN membership policy that match VPN 10 and 20, reject everything. Then you will see the list. So list for all the branches, all the DC, TLOG, DC, Corp, VPN, VPN 10, VPN 20. And then the final thing here is this, the apply policy. I want to apply this to all the branches. What? My data policy, right? Even my control policy also I'm applying to my branches. cfloat we have, VPN membership we have, right? I can save this policy. So now we have this policy where we have three different policies in the policy builder. Now click activate and see. Sweet. So it has pushed to one of the VS Smart. If it is pushed to VS Smart, it will go further push to the all the branches. Still in progress. If you want to see the progress, you can click here. You can see the logs. So that means that it has been pushed. Now if I go and open VS Smart, one or two, anything is fine. And if you go and check, say show run policy, you will see the Data policy, you will see the control policy, everything. If you want, you can filter as well. Show run policy and data policy, show run policy and control policy. You can see this control policy, data policy, VPN membership policy separately as well. So it is pushed to the devices. Now, if I come back here and if you try to check show run, oops, not like this, show actually policy from VS Smart, from now in your VS Smart, you have control policy, VPN membership policy, and data policy. But your edge device will download only the data policy. It will not download the control policy. Control policy, it will understand via the OMP updates, right? So this is the way that you can build the policy, like, multiple policies within the single policy. So we have added VPN, control, one data policy. Later on, when we study the app route policy, that also we will squeeze into one policy. Their policy builder example. Okay, so we are very much good here. What I will do that in next session, we'll learn about app route policy, and then I will show you the use cases as well. Use case means that if SLA will get breached, then how the traffic will get changed. So that part I will show you, and most probably tomorrow we will end our CCN, not CCN, SDWAN classes.